Hey, my fellow multidimensionals. It's Asia Love, founder of Multidimensional You. So, wow, this day has arrived. It's been coming for a while, and within the last couple of weeks here, I've realized, okay, it's really time to make this video. So what I'm talking about is my final video. I've been instructed to let everything go. This isn't surprising, is it? So, and when I say letting go, what am I talking about? I'm talking about just a lot of this physical world activity, the identity constructs I've been in, even those that have changed, because I have changed quite a bit, even in the last year. And really an attachment to the way that things have been, especially as they are correlated in my mind with safety, security, comfort. And I've been through this. I began really intensely going through my awakening process in 2009. And so this is really, the same process over and over again, the next iteration of it. And so, while it may seem kind of like a big thing to let go of a business, of my public persona, of my teaching in the physical world, my, offering and sharing here on the channel, it really, I'm realizing, is the culmination of years of practicing the art of letting go, surrender, giving over, right? Giving up and then giving over. And so what I've been directed to do is to go into even deeper stillness. And this is something that I've been really contemplating. I've been in contemplation pretty much all day for a month now. Just keep coming back to a lot of these, higher dimensional conversations with my own guidance system, some of my own channeled material, some other people's channeled material, using them as kind of signposts and guideposts for what I'm being directed into. And there's really, the linear egoic mind wants to understand, well, then what's next? And just as I had a conversation with the spirit of the company, Multidimensional You, a couple months ago, and it interrupted me and said, I'm not a company anymore. I'm an energy broadcasting system. There was a gap in between when it said, I'm not this, and when it decided to go ahead and define itself again. In fact, it told me, don't try to define me. I'm realizing we're not very practiced at being in the undefined. And yet, that is the divine feminine. That is the void. That is the place of most powerful creation. And so I think that I will just be in the undefined for a while and be grateful for that process without needing to have the whole schedule, agenda, plan, what's next, any of it, because it's in what I'm being told right now. It's in the process of fully letting go of all of that your true embodiment begins to come online. And I've been in this dance for a while, and this, give and take with the partner that is my greater self. And what I can tell you now is, whereas before it would have felt like very much a precipice of an abyss, and the fear comes up and you're like, well, what, and where's the money supposed to come from? And blah, blah, right? That is not there anymore. And instead what I'm experiencing is that I'm at the edge of a vast ocean of which I am a part. And to go ahead and just become that ocean, maybe set sail on that ocean, and I'm all of it. I'm the wind that catches the sails, right? It's such a different orientation to reality that, not surprisingly, I'm finding that I'm just having to go offline for 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes 2 hours at a time. And then I come back up and I'm like, oh, okay. All systems have to kind of go down, our conscious system sometimes, to basically reconfigure. And that's what I understand our greater field is. It's this amazing, beautiful intelligence that can, I always see kind of a Rubik's Cube or complex geometries that are able to kind of reconfigure, like run all these different algorithms and then reconstruct reality based on that. And so it's really up to the human avatar and the ego construct to surrender to this greater intelligence and allow ourselves to deconstruct and be in this void space, the undefined. It might be as short as a day. It could be years. When we go into it, that's not really part of it, right? You'll be in here for 4.7 weeks. It's just so much of what we are then able to deconstruct goes when we are able to let go without needing to know anything. And it does deconstruct a lot of the mental body is what I'm being told right now. And I've been doing that for the better part of a year. If you've been following me, you remember I took a break last year. And at the end of that break, I was really clear that, that really wasn't a break. It was an entrainment time. It was reforming my field to be in much more of what I understood at the time to be much more of the feminine of non-doing, of being. And yet now what I realize is I was actually in training my whole field to move into my next level of embodiment, which is inaction and action are defined differently here, which is the expansion and contraction of consciousness. And so I wanted to be sure and explain some of this before I just seem to disappear. Now, having said that, that's a perfect segue into disappearing from physical view, right, with these eyes. But what is the divine mother, the feminine? It is absolutely what is hidden from physical sight. And so I'm not actually leaving or disappearing or going anywhere. I'm simply allowing myself to expand into the next part of my I am presence here. And so you absolutely can find me, connect with me, and I warmly invite you to do so. Tune into the Hawkins scale of consciousness, love or above, 600 frequency or above. Come find me. What I'm going to do, actually, I was just shown this. Oh, and I see why too. It correlates with the card I pulled to share with you all. So come find me in the 7th dimension by a large crystalline waterfall. There, you can feel it, can't you? And a lot of what I've had to navigate with my ego is, but wait, aren't I supposed to help people? And, and yes, absolutely. I am available 24/7. You need help clearing something. You need help trying to figure something out. You just want to be in loving presence and take a break from the physical world. Well, you come on up to the 7th dimension and find me at this beautiful waterfall. So this is the card I pulled for my last video today, and it is waterfall effortless, right? And that's it. We're moving into the space where it's going to take much less mechanical physical effort for our creations here. So absolutely I am supporting and serving still, but just in a very different way. Now different from making videos and running programs and all of that, but in the physical world and talking. But a lot of you have written in already, and you've already had experiences with me in the dreamscape, in meditation. I've already been doing this, right? I've been showing up a lot, helping people, teaching things. And so I think I'm just allowing my avatar to go into a much more conscious integration of a lot of that and working across multiple dimensions now too. So the other reason I really want to share this is because I know many of you are going through something similar. You are shifting your embodiment. You're going into the next octave of your experience, your expression here, and certainly your service. But you see how, based on my last video, it's really about letting go of all the hard work around service. And when we allow ourselves to expand into whatever next embodiment makes sense for you, the paradox, of course, is that your service expands. How can it not, right? If our field's expanding in a conscious, integrated, aligned way, then of course our body of work and our soul purpose work here does too. So thank you, all of you who have been on this ride with me. I may be back, I don't know, but I don't want to assume that as part of this process. And so thanks for this amazing ride. And I may see you, here again in this space, and I may not, but I will definitely see you on the astral plane. I love you all very much.